Welcome to Startup Challenge supported by Technopark and Fukuoka City Global Startup Center. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Akiko, today's MC, and nice to meet you all. And let me introduce GST team. So we have Mumu, the director of Global Startup Center, and Yoshi, Cole, and Daniel here. So we are now at our home base, a startup cafe in Fukuoka Growth Next. And Technopark side, we have Elena and Oksana joining us today. So at the beginning, I like to ask you, please mute your microphone and turn off the video during the event. And let me start with a brief introduction of today's program. So as you can see the screen, we like to start with the introduction of ourselves, Fukuoka Global Startup Center, then introduction of Technopark. Then today we have Brian, Robo, and Mango project to tell us about the experience in Fukuoka City. Then our main session follows. Each speaker has 15 minutes, including pitch and Q&A session. So let's start with first program, the introduction of Global Startup Center. Okay, so I would like to start my presentation. Let me start with how our partnership between Technopark and Fukuoka City started. So our partnership started in 2018 in May. Our mayor, Mr. Takashima, visited Technopark and signed MOU to provide mutual support for startups. Based on our MOU, Fukuoka startups and delegation visited St. Petersburg and held a pitch event together at Technopark in 2019. So Fukuoka City Global Startup Center is run by the city government, and we are the contact window and the executive unit for foreign startups and entrepreneurs. Our motto is a part of your team. Once you contact us, we are your first team member in Japan. We work with you, we execute projects together, and even more, we sometimes do tasks on behalf of you. As I mentioned the MOU with Technopark earlier, Fukuoka City signed such kind of MOU with other 14 institutions in 10 countries. Let me introduce some merits of starting business from Fukuoka when you expand your business in the Japanese market. The first point I should say it's because of Global Startup Center. We are the one-stop support center for foreign startups run by the local government. You cannot find such organization in Japan. The second point is our location. Once you set up the business here in Fukuoka, you have the market not only in Japan, it can be extended to Korea, Taiwan, and China, neighbor countries. Fukuoka can be the gateway to Asian market as well. Another point should be the cheap living costs compared to other big cities. It's important for startups to save your living costs so that you can spend more for developing your business. Also, the compactness is our advantages. Compared to big cities like Osaka or Tokyo, Fukuoka is smaller, but this is a big advantage. It's not crowded, less competitive, and because of that, we have strong communities. Once you get into the community, it's easier to make networks. I like to remark this point as well. We are currently selected by the Japanese government as one of the candidate cities for competing to become Japan's next international finance center. The Japanese government is aware of not only our achievement in the startup field, but also as the potential as a global city. Let's dig into our services, what Global Startup Center provides you. As you can see, our services are very wide range and available at any stage of your business. Visa is the most important when you live under the business abroad, and startup visa provides you at least a 6 months to 1 year period to do market research and prepare for starting a business here in Japan before you invest. Today we invited Mango Project, Smarty, and Gengoya. They came to Fukuoka with this startup visa. Incorporation. Since we have experiences of incorporation, we can give you concrete advices, not only introducing an English-speaking incorporation lawyer, we can even support your tax-related matters after you set up the company. In case of need, we also support marketing and fundraising, of course. We are now focusing on business matching. What I like to emphasize in our business matching, we have strong connection with not only startups but also big companies. Moreover, we have good relationship with the public organization as well as the local government. So we can arrange very specific business matching, not just introducing each other. And this business matching services is available for any startup. That means even if you are in Russia without having a company here in Japan, moreover, without coming to Japan, we are happy to offer our networks for you to find your potential partners. I'm sure you're now wondering the actual cases we have been working with. Let me introduce some of them. I'd like to start with the case of business matching between Israel startup and Japanese company. TopKit is agri-tech startup from Israel. They are specialized in hydroponics. We got to know them through our partner institution in Israel. NTT is, as you know, biggest telecom company in Japan, and NTT Agri-Technology is the first company in NTT Group focused on agriculture and ICT. We introduced the unique hydroponic system of TapKit to NTT. Not only just arranged the meeting, we communicated both parties fluently and support the communication and initiated to sign NDA as for the first step for their collaboration, even under the COVID situation. Our network is broad, so we connect with companies not only in Fukuoka, but also outside of Fukuoka if we find any synergies. Our priority is being a part of your team and find the best possibilities. The second project is about localization. Stigo is foldable bicycle in Estonia, but we didn't have exactly the same vehicle in Japan, so that we had to find out the classification of Stigo in Japan. It always happens when you introduce something new to the new market. We had to understand laws and regulations regarding vehicle, then found out it classified as a motorcycle in Japan. Then we find another big problem. The biggest problem was indicator light. Original Stigo didn't have indicator light. However, motorcycle here in Japan, they must have them. Since the manufacturer doesn't like to add new system on the existing product, we had to investigate the regulation and again carefully to find the best solution with the minimum customization. Then we found out that in Japan, the vehicle with maximum speed of less than 20 km per hour, they don't need indicator light. So we decided to change the maximum speed accordingly. We also found an importer for them, and now you can enjoy Stigo on the public road in Japan. The next case is about finding a partner for pilot project. ECU is a comprehensive educational platform which connects students, parents, teachers, and administrative. 80% of schools in Estonia is using these services, so we found the possibilities in Japanese market. This picture was taken at the MOU signing ceremony between IKU and private university in Fukuoka. They agreed to do pilot project together in Japan. At first, IKU was looking for some schools for the testing market, but we found it unrealistic to start it with many schools. So we always propose the most realistic strategy, and we chose one university, which belongs to one of the biggest private educational groups in Japan. Our intention was if they get agreement with the university, there is a possibility to do the pilot project in their group schools from elementary school to high school level. At first, on behalf of ECO, we had a meeting with the university and explained the efficiency of these services. Then we set up the meeting with ECO and the university. So it made easier for both sides to proceed the discussion because we shared the initial concept already. So it didn't take much time to agree to sign MOU. Actually, it's been just 2 months since we met ECO for the first time. The pilot project was taking place in the high school of the educational group in 2010 last year. This is a way of business matching, which is specific and based on realistic strategy. If you're thinking of establishing a company here in Fukuoka, here is an example case of our support. Lobo, they will join us later. Lobo is a startup from St. Petersburg from Russia. We got to know them through our partner institution, Technopark, of course. Then their business is offering a complex solution for the implementation of the robotics, coding, and 3D printing based in classes in educational institutions. When we had a pitch contest in St. Petersburg, Lobo won the Fukuoka Award, and they were invited to Fukuoka for attending an international startup event. So the CEO was willing to set up the company here in Fukuoka to expand their business in Japan. While he was in Fukuoka, it was only a couple of days we arranged a meeting with an incorporation lawyer and supported establishing his company, Lobo Japan. Not only just supporting the setting up the company, we found a reliable person who had experience of working with foreign startups. Now he is a representative of Lobo Japan in Fukuoka. We are also supporting the tax-related matters such as notification to the tax office and annual tax declaration and so on. So now I hope you get the meaning of working as a part of your team. So if you need the first team member in Japan, we are happy to be the one. So this is our presentation. So now, Elena, I would like you to start the introduction of Technopark.
Hi everyone, hi dear colleagues from Fukuoka. I'm so happy to see you and all our guests today. And thank you for introduction. And I'm quite happy to see that you have our project Robba in your presentation, and it's a big honor for us that it's one of the first successful cases. And we have Pavel today. He will also give his speech a bit later after my presentation. And I think I'm ready. Do you see my presentation?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Just a second. Okay, so I represent Technopark of St. Petersburg. My name is Elena Klimshina, and I'm responsible for international cooperation of Business Incubator INCRE, which is part of Technopark of St. Petersburg. So what is Technopark? Technopark is a whole infrastructure for startups and for small and medium-sized businesses, which combines several separate departments to help these companies to succeed. And here you can see the scheme of how Technopark works. So we have business incubator, we have prototype development center, we have cluster development center, and several regional engineering centers. All in general help to succeed. And here you can see the concept which assumes that when startup first comes to Technopark, he gets to business incubator. Here we help to make first steps to prepare an MVP and to test the hypothesis. Then our companies have the right and possibility to join one of our development centers, for example, cluster development center, which helps to unite companies in specific area, and thus they can have the support from the relevant companies which are already bigger and can make some orders from them. We also have prototype development center, which helps to prepare the first prototype in case it's needed. Or we have regional engineering centers where we can support our companies by providing the very high advanced technologies, and they can test different kind of products they develop. So I will tell some more about the business incubator INCRE, and here you can see our results. And first of all, we were founded in 2008, and in this 11 years, we had over 600 residents, and we helped to introduce into corporate business and industry over 46 deals, which means that it was highly developed and advanced technologies which were introduced from startups into industry. And in general, we have held over 1,300 events. Here we can talk about different kind of events, starting from some study cases, matching events, demo days, and so on. In general, we can say that we helped to attract over 3 billion rubles to our resident companies, and that's quite a lot for Russia. And as you can see, we have been renowned as one of the most top incubators in the world. And here you can see that we have been nominated to top 3, top 10 by such ratings as Russian Venture Rating and UBI Global Rating. So what do we do? INCRE is the ecosystem of different kind of partners, and we unite almost basically everyone, starting from small and medium-sized business up to different universities and different kind of investors, both angel investors and corporate investors. We also unite different kind of experts on our platform. We have some connections to the state because we were founded as a state company which helps which provides help to resident companies which are located in St. Petersburg. So what do? We help to attract investment. We help to find different kind of mentors and experts. We provide some study materials and do the tracking for our resident companies. We also have some educational programs which were created especially for INCRE residents. We have interactions with the universities, and this means that we have both access to their students which can work in our resident companies. And we also have access to the technologies which are located and were developed in universities. We provide different kind of consulting and expertise, and our residents have access to our partnership network. So when we can't consult ourselves, because not that many people of us, it's only 12 people working in incubator, we find different kind of people which help to solve the question which is asked from our resident. We also provide infrastructure. So here you can see the examples of our meeting rooms and co-working and offices. Our residents can rent for quite small price the office, or some working places in cubicle, just right in the center of the city and not that far away from the metro station, and it's quite supportive for our residents. When we talk about events, once again, we talk about different educational events, about open days with workshops and mentor sessions. We organize demo days for corporations and venture funds. We also have our special event, which is called Startup Lynch, each Friday, each last Friday of the month. And actually today one is in the process, just right now. And here we invite all kind of companies, not only from St. Petersburg, not only our residents, and we also call mentors and experts there. So the companies who applied for Startup Lynch, they receive the consultants just right after they pitch. So we also provide some kind of support for the companies which would like to enter Russian market, starting from marketing research, business partner search in Russia, different recruiting services, promotion, and so on, so on. So this is in general what we do. Thank you for your attention. Would be happy to talk after our session and answer the questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Elena, for your presentation. Thank you. So now we would like to move to the experience in Fukuoka City. So we like to invite Paul, Brian, Lobo, and Mango Project for this session. So they're for Brian. Would you start your session?
Yes,
Hello.
I ready. Hello. Thank you very much. I'm very glad to see you together again in Startup Cafe in Fukuoka. It's very great. And I hope I come back very soon. So let's start and I explain about my experience and what exactly you need to, what exactly you can find in Fukuoka and for what this travel for you can be and what is travel for me. I want to start and say the Fukuoka government and Global Startup Center, they very smart and they very wise because the global goal, what they plan to do, they plan to do the city with startups. So they want to invite all startups from different countries in the Fukuoka city. And this is amazing. This is great, and this is real. It's not here in St. Petersburg in Russia because when I was in Finland in Slash conference, I just walk and look some area and find the Fukuoka startup city. And so they travel everywhere in the world and take the best product, the best project, and give everything what they need in Japanese in Japan market. So before you go in Japan, you need prepare and you need prepare and experience the whole business etiquette. Explore everything what related to each business communication in with Japanese people. This is very important because this is how you start to work. For example, if you come, if you're late on the meeting, we understand it's not good. Yes, we think and we understand. If you're late for 2 minutes, it's very bad. But if you come 2 minutes early, it's bad too, because you don't give the time your colleague to prepare for your meetings. You take this time, and you need to think about this all this stuff. That's very important for business culture in Japan. So preparing before I go and preparing for everything, preparing your business plan, your roadmap, be ready to explain what you plan to do. Japan is not only one market. This is amazing opportunity to go to enter in Asia market. So don't think about Japan just for one market. It's a market, how they say before, yeah. This is a Chinese market, this is Korean market, and this is a major opportunity because we need to understand if you go in China from Russia, it's maybe it's not bad, but it's not so good if you go from Japan. And if you plan to open the branch, it's the best idea open the first energy market in Japan. So the next, what's important, you need to understand, we here live in 21st century, but Japanese people live in 22nd century. And when you go in Japan, I hope you find the time to explore everything what you see around and looks how they live, how they think, and what the plan they give you because they spend a lot of time with you. They give a lot experience for you, not just for business, but for your relax, for your vacation. And this is a very big opportunity for you to find the partners, find the friends for your future branch, because this is what you plan to do. So I hope because I when I was in Japan, I have when I was in Japan, I took the first place that it's amazing. I don't know, venture fair or what exactly mean. It's like where the startups show the devices and talk with other. It's a big networking, and it's Waraku Summit. Yeah, the name is this event. So this is for you opportunity too because you find the people from different countries, not from just Japan, to share your experience, to find the partners in different country, and find people who can come, and the people from government come too, and they talk with you, and they very interested in your devices. I'm sure if they choose you, so this is first little step, and this is like a little marker for you. You're not good. You're not bad. So this is first step. So activity on this venture startup fair and try to use all opportunity what you have. So I don't know what exactly they give you, but for in Russia, and I think it's everywhere, we say the teachers comes when student is ready. So for me, it's one experience. For Robo, it's a different experience. And for me, it's amazing plan for 5 years, for next 5 years, what exactly I need to do to come back in Japan and start the second level. Yes. And this is for you, it's an opportunity to understand exactly your correct plan. So you can take in Japan everything what you need, but if you're ready for this, so they have a lot of uh, community, they have a lot of contacts they can give you if you're ready for this. If you're not ready, you need to prepare. They say this about you, and you need to work on this.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your experience in Fukuoka and the trip
Arigato
visit
gozaimasu.
to the startups in Russia. Thank you so much. So now I'd like to introduce Pavel from Rovo.
Hi, everybody. I hope that you can hear me.
Yes.
So I'm very happy to meet you again. And I would like to share the experience of Robo. I will show a small presentation. Let me do it now.
Yeah.
Pavel, you have only 5 minutes.
Pavel?
Pavel?
I think his internet's gone.
Yeah. Okay. So, Daniel, are you here?
Yeah, hello.
Okay, maybe Daniel, you can start.
Okay, let me share my screen.
Yeah.
Can you see it? Can you see it?
Yeah.
So, hi everyone. I'm Daniel. I'm from Mango Project, and right now I'm living in Fukuoka. But actually, I was born and raised in St. Petersburg. So, hi there. I will talk about my experience with startup and business manager visa. So I will start with startup visa. I think it's a really nice and easy way to start because to get startup visa, you don't have to be special. You just need to meet the requirements. If you do, it's relatively easy to get this visa. Like it's easy process, and you don't need to hire a lawyer. People from Startup Center will help you step by step. They will follow you. So in my case, it took about 26 days. Of course, case by case, it can be different, but for such type of visa, it's really, really quick. So the next one is after you get startup visa, after 6 or 12 months, you have to change it to business manager visa. And it's, I also experienced this. The good point about this visa is that comparing to other countries like Germany or USA, the requirements for initial capital, basically the requirements for your money is just about 40,000 euro. If you compare it to other European countries like Germany, where it's like 250,000 euro, or in USA it's almost 2 million euro, 2 million US dollars. It's well, it's possible. I know for Russians, just like I'm Russian, so I understand even 40,000 euro is not small amount of money, but it's possible. So, but also you have to know that, you know, each country is different. And like previous speaker said, you have to understand that some things are a bit different in Japan. For example, some things can be surprisingly fast and some things can be surprisingly slow. So for example, when I wanted to change my address on driving license, I think it took about like 5 minutes. It was super quick. But for example, when I wanted to open bank account or I look it for apartment, it's basically takes weeks, and well, you just have to be prepared for it, and you will be fine. And the next thing I want to speak is you better to know or to be prepared to study Japanese, because it's also a good thing, because it means if your English is not so good, English is not required, and you're fine with only Japanese in Japan. If you don't know English, it's fine. You can go with Japanese only. So, and the next thing I want to speak is how do you study Japanese? That's also my experience. I think studying a language should be first interesting. For example, if you watched videos, they should be about topics you're interested in. If you're interested in these videos, you automatically will be motivated to study the language, because it interesting for you. The second thing is it should be suitable for your level. If the videos or content you're watching is too hard for you, it will be hard to continue. You will get tired really fast. And also if level is suitable for you, you will get motivated and confident in your language. So you can continue and continue. And the third important point is I think you should repeat what you studied. This way you wouldn't forget things you already studied, and this way you will increase your level. Actually, the project I did in Japan is exactly about studying Japanese. I used these ideas to create a web application to study Japanese. I will launch it soon. If you're interested, you can use QR code here to get the link to the application. But to summarize everything I said, startup visa from Fukuoka City is a really nice opportunity. It's like comparing to other countries, it's really nice way to start. Also, Fukuoka, just as a city, is really nice. It's not too big, not too small. You can rent nice apartment for reasonable price. There is nice subway system, and well, it's nice. Also, Japan as a country has solid law system and access to major markets like Asia, Europe, USA. So you can use Japan as your base for your world expansion. Actually, that's what I'm planning to do. So after things settle down, I recommend you to visit Japan and Fukuoka by yourself and try it by yourself. It's a really nice place. So see you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Daniel, for the feedback for living here in Japan with the startup visa and all your experience here. So if there anybody who is interested in Daniel's project, please let us know so we can connect with Daniel. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
So is Pavel here?
Yes, I'm sorry, I have some issue with my connection, so I will try again. So I would like to say that I'm very happy to meet again our friends from Startup Cafe and to see our colleagues from Business Incubator of Ingria, and to share my personal experience of business in Japan. I would like to say that I feel very safe and very comfortable because I got very professional support from Startup Cafe team, and also I got very wise advices from Mumu-san personally, so thanks a lot. And one of the advices was that we should prepare well all Robot Japan bases before we will scale up our business. So at first, I tried to speed up our scaling, but then I understand that the advice was very wise. And now we are focusing on establishing pilot projects in Japanese schools and establishing pilot projects in Robot Club franchise. So now we have sold first solutions for few schools, and we sold first franchise license in Tokyo. And we are working hard to make the best customer reference before we will speed up the scaling, because I have faced the problem of some lack of trust to my company from Japanese customers, because our company is new. it has some foreign roots, so we need to work hard to get trust from the market, and it was harder than expected. But also I would like to add that I got something that was not expected first, because we have a Japanese team now, and this Japanese team enrich very well our banks of ideas of developing business worldwide. And our Japanese colleagues help a lot on even selling some products to other countries. For example, we have sold our franchise to Nigeria because of help of our Japanese colleagues. And also, I would like to say that Robot Japan was the first robotics education company in Japan who had started online lessons due to COVID situation, due to lockdown. We had to involve students to lessons outside offline options, and this experience was very good. And now we have a lot of students all over Japan who is studying online, and we are scaling up this idea. So thank you very much. If you are thinking now about opening business in Fukuoka city, I can recommend you to do this. And my only pity now that I cannot visit Fukuoka because of COVID lockdown, because I'm looking forward to come to Fukuoka and join my Japanese team. So thanks a lot to Fukuoka city government for support us, for Startup Cafe team, and to Ingrid Business Incubator. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you so much, Pavel. Thank you. Okay, so we would like to move to the next session. This is our main session. So each speaker will have 15 minutes for the pitching and Q&A session for us. So the first speaker is Sarah FinTech. Jenny?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Great.
Hello to everyone.
So we have
Good evening.
Good evening. Good afternoon.
Good morning.
So would you start the presentation?
Yes, I will share. Thank you. Is it okay? Do you see it? Yes. Once again, my name is Jenny. I'm from Sarafan Technology. We are based in Technopark, Ingria, and I'm a business development manager. So let me start with my presentation. Nowadays, and especially due to the pandemic situation, it's been recorded an increase in video on demand consumption. Also, content providers might feel that it's high time to show relevant advertisements to the right viewers. Besides, competition between content providers becomes more and more obvious. We in Sarafan Technology sincerely believe that our virtual assistant metaphorically makes the screen bigger. We are implementing two purposes here, to engage viewers more and to provide a tool to monetize commercial integrations. Who among us did not ask questions when watching a movie? Is it Natalie Portman or Keira Knightley? Was it really Starbucks cup? How much money does Blue Chemi make? Well, it seems that we need to hear the kind of Google search for video. So let's see some examples. When watching a movie, the viewer gets the opportunity to evoke the video assistant with additional information about actors, locations, facts behind the scene, soundtracks, and so on. We have the same features for the reality show. Both of them, movies and reality shows, could be used as platforms for various shoppable integrations. The next slide would be about sports. Sarafan Assistant would be a good inventory to promote sponsored brands and ambassador collaborations as well. And many more other things like licensed fan shop for films and anime, a promo widget for the objects on the screen, or even food moments to promote a restaurant or a delivery service. In other words, we support three different types of targeting for CPM and CPA campaigns: product-based, interest-based, and of course, celebrity-based targeting. Search Assistant can integrate with any type of video content delivery device, and it can be implemented in several ways: as a TV control button in application or in UE web design. According to our financial model, Sarafan gets tech fee, monthly subscription, and CPM campaign commission. Due to the fact that our R&D department is based in Russia, we are able to give very competitive prices for that. Usually we begin with a pilot project for 10-20 movies. It will take us about 2 months for Japanese adaptation. As a result, you will get an API with the backend content ready for integration in your UE and front-end development. We are already performed a few successful integrations with the leading Russian VOD providers, and we indeed are very experienced in shoppable artificial intelligence technologies. Our goal today is to introduce our product to Japanese media companies and create incredible ways to use the virtual assistant in the Asian media market. A few words about our team. Sarafan Technology is represented in 2 countries. Our parent company is based in New York and operating for the US market. The sales for Europe and Asia and R&D departments are based in Russia. And we have a great team with more than 20 full-time employees and about 20 people working part-time. For more than 5 years, we've been developing AI-based products, and we've got very experienced in shoppable machine learning technologies. So here is our team of inspiring leaders. And if you don't mind, I would like to show a very short demo. Don't you mind, colleagues? Yes. Do you see this YouTube player?
Yes.
That's okay. I start with no comments from my side. So yes, this is it from my part. Let's discuss.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Okay, so like so if the filmmakers should be your customers, like, or is it possible to see any type of movies, for example, on the Netflix? Can I use your the Sarafan technology?
So our customers mainly would be media ecosystems or broadcasters or VOD online players for movies, reality shows, or sports events. So these would be our customers who would pay to us, let's say, and they will get their advantages from their viewers, let's say.
I see.
Hi, I'm Yoshi. So I have a question. Thank you for your presentation. It is very interesting. So my question is about the Surfant. So can Surfant software integrate with a live stream video content?
It's possible. It's a little bit different technology, and that's why it would be a little bit more expensive, let's say. Yes, but it's possible. But anyway, we would need to prepare and to get some data to teach for machine learning, let's say. We would need gather some information about sports teams, for example, or players, and to have it already. And then our artificial intelligence will do the rest with a very short time, like 2 seconds remote.
Okay, so thank you. Yeah, so you mean your answer is the different services for that product?
Yes, yes, a little bit different product, but it's possible as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jenny, for the presentation. This is Daniel, and I'm from the GSC as well. The one question I wanted to ask was, how does the Sarfan technology and the information that your technology provide help your broadcasters and your clients with their, any advertising or targeted advertising? Could you explain to me a little bit more how that works?
Yes, I will. First of all, we say that the main value of this product is to engage. First of all, to engage viewers more and to give them more functions, let's say. And second value, to monetize. The cases we do it in Russia, it's like integration with internet, very big internet shops. Stores like Amazon. We don't have Amazon here, we have different Russian, and we can recognize any clothes, toys for children, whatever, some fun shops for sports fun, and our artificial intelligence connects it to these stores, let's say, and it happens automatically. And our customer would get some commission for the CPA and CPM model.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm Ko of Fukuoka City GSC. I have a simple question. According to your presentation, we have 3 ways to use your service: TV remote control and the app and one more. Which is the most common case to use your technology in Russia?
We have this very big customer in Russia. This is set-top box provider. I cannot say the name because it's NDA. Yes, and they wanted to take as many features from our product as possible. So they did all these functions for recognizing actors and scenes on the screen, and they did also some monetization as well. I hope I answered your question. So this was the case, and now we are having some piloting with other very big VOD provider in Russia. It would be a little bit the same, but it's not set-top box. We believe that the audience will be much bigger than for the set-top box.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, one more question for me, Jenny. Which type of client do you think would provide some of the you just mentioned that set-top box providers, you can find clients that have bigger audiences. Could you give any examples of what those might be?
For example, in Japan, it might be Rakuten, especially they have their store and it's already like ready ecosystem. And we also have some list of potential customers in Japan. Online cinemas, mostly of them are online cinemas, and you in Japan have a lot of them with different audience.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, thank you.
So I think as you mentioned, and we would like to connect you to some media company, big media company, and listen to the opinion first.
Okay.
Because we're still not so clear who will be your client. Maybe the media company, so they have these services, they can talk to the sort of a filmmaker, etc. Or they would suggest us to go to the sort of the set-top box company as well. But first, we will talk to the very big 4A agency. Okay, 4A advertising agency. Yep.
Yes, thank you. It would be very interesting to get your feedback because in Russia we did some customer development, and it appears that in Russia it's not possible to work with filmmakers because they don't have rights for their movies. They give it to the online cinemas, let's say, or TV channels. So TV channels with their own online players would be also our customers.
I think Japan is better in that sense. Yeah. So you are always welcome to us. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jenny, today.
Yes.
We'll keep in touch and give you the feedback later.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Okay, so the next speaker is Alex from Somin AI. Is Alex? Are you here?
Yeah, we're here.
Can
you see me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, good evening. It's also evening here. I'm in Singapore, quite nearby compared to Russia.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay.
Would you start your presentation, please?
Oh, sure. Okay, let me start. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Alex. In Russia, they call me Sasha. In Singapore, they call me Alex. You can call me Alex. And I'm going to present you an awesome platform, which is called SoMin.ai. And SoMin stands for social miners. So SoMin is a platform that is based on AI, which is for digital marketers that work in in-house brands, as well as for digital marketing agencies. And the platform helps them to decrease their cost of digital advertisements by 30%, but it also saves them 40% of their time on digital media execution. Our platform has been selected in top 3 platforms in the world last year by Gartner for our innovation, and now we are proud to have this badge of Gartner Cool Vendor 2020 in the category of AI for marketing. Today I'm together with my co-founder Henrik Schwartz, who is the person in charge of who brought me love to Japan, because he lived there for over 10 years and speaks Japanese. And anyway, Japan is one of the priority markets. So therefore, we are here today to pitch you. So there's a problem in the industry. Imagine there is a brand. Usually brand hire a marketing agency because if they doesn't, then they have to spend lots of time on running their digital media campaigns on Facebook and Google. And this agency usually doing some TV ads for them, which is easy, which is very transparent and pretty much clear how to do. You cannot change much. And then the same way, agency very often starts running digital ads. But the problem is that digital ads are very, very volatile. Yeah, they might change in terms of results drastically by 20 times within several days. And if today your cost per click for McDonald's can be $1, it easily can become $5 after a few days, just because Facebook have changed something. That's because the option is different, the audience is different, etc., etc. And despite that, there's a lot of time also spent on media content preparation and writing. So this overall is a whole procedure is very, very volatile. And in attempt to manage these billions of parameters and thousands of settings that marketers could do, they very often result in decreased performance and significantly increased media spend. And worldwide, just last year, just on Facebook, brands have on average, wasted about $15 billion worldwide just on Facebook on inefficient ads. And those ads that don't bring sales, don't bring results, conversions, whatever brand is interested in. But we believe that with the power of AI automation, many of the heavy lifting that nowadays brands and marketers doing by themselves and not often effectively can be actually solved by the algorithms, because algorithms, and AI, they have ability to process lots of data and make much faster and smarter decisions than a human could have been doing. And therefore, we created a SoMin.ai, the platform that stands on the 3 key pillars to deliver much more efficient ads, which is ad targeting via AI, the creative content A/B testing, and of course, automated ad optimization. We are working already with key marketing agency conglomerates such as Omnicom, Publicis, Group M, WPP, and we even get invested by one of the VC major shareholders of Dentsu. So from this year 2021, we are even more getting involved with Japan world and world of especially Japanese digital media marketing. We are, except for Japan, where we are working with GSC, we also have lots of other clients in multiple markets across the globe. So it's 16 markets. We almost paint the whole map with green. And the brands we are working with are McDonald's, Citibank, Puma, Nestle, Audi, Principal Financial Group, Mazda, a bunch of Russian big brands and banks, lots of other famous companies. In Japan, it's GSC Japan. And the reason why platform works so well, why it's so popular, is because except for traditional targeting that any human could come up with, let's say you want to advertise burger, and then you target burger on your Facebook, right? It's like what the most natural person would be doing. Our platform is able to distinguish more than 11,000 of the so-called psychographic categories that are not obviously related to the industry, but due to analytics, AI can actually discover them, pick them up, and they will be very, very efficient for the target audience of the brand. And therefore, price will be cheaper, there will be more conversions, more results. That's what all brands want. If you look at it as a process from left to right, there are 3 steps. In the first step, the platform collects a lot of data from brand and competitors. If it's McDonald's, and it will be also Kentucky Fried Chicken, it will be Pizza Hut and many other competitors. It's the data about likes, the data about the clicks, the search queries, the historical campaign results, the data about the followers of the brand on social media. All this data get aggregated and processed by AI, and particularly it's NLP and computer vision algorithms. So we're not just working with textual data, we work with textual and visual data, and it's multilingual, right? We spend only 2 days to start supporting Japanese for our Japanese client. And then all this data get clustered in multiple groups, which are our customer personas, AI-defined customer personas that are automatically run, A/B tested on Facebook, on Google, or whatever channel you wish to run it to. Like, for example, recently we integrated TikTok, with who we're going to partner globally as a marketing partner. And then it happens 24 hours per day, every half an hour, 7 days a week, which is barely possible to do by human, especially when it comes to thousands of micro audiences. Our platform continuously A/B tests. And for our users, that's a pretty much simple SaaS solution as a software as a service platform, where they can just set up a campaign name, set up objectives, set up demographic restrictions. They don't need to set up any targeting. Targeting gets automatically detected by our platform through the analytics, and then campaign just get ran. And if you can see that in an ad account, instead of 1 or 2 or maybe 5 ad sets that your agency could come up with, our platform come up with thousands. And for example, this account, you can see it's 8,225 ad sets get automatically A/B tested all the time, day and night, so to deliver the most conversions and results for the brand. That helped McDonald's to increase performance of app install ads by 70%, helped Audi in Taiwan, nearby in Taiwan, to lower cost per click by 31% by retaining the same quality and conversion rates, and also the traffic bounce rate that they had before us. It helped one huge supermarket chain in Russia not just decrease the cost of traffic 2 times, but also it has also helped to increase conversion offline by 37%. And this project has been done together with the agency named Traffic Isobar, which is under Dentsu Group. So we had these collaborations with Dentsu as well. Then in Mazikir and e-commerce in Singapore, it helps to lower cost per click by 81% on Google and increase the amount of traffic 33 times as compared to what they had before. For Citibank in Russia, it increased leads 2 times. And
Alex, sorry for interrupting. But we only have 15 minutes, and we're already in the middle. So can I start a Q&A session?
Oh, sure. The previous startup was a little bit longer, so I thought I get longer time. But it's okay. Yeah, you can ask me questions, no problem.
Okay, I have questions. So I think your startup is going well and advanced more than other startups. Yeah, because your startup is selected by the top 3 companies. So my question is about so because now you're doing well. So do you have any plan to set up a company in Japan to target the Japanese market?
Yeah, we do. We worked with GSC and one of the local agencies, and we definitely expanding in Japanese market further. We have contacts that Hendrik is working with. Hendrik, would you share with us about the GNC project with our new projects? Alex, would you like us to share in Japanese or in English?
No, I think it's since so many people speak English on the call, I think I speak English as well. Hajimashite, Shwat tomoshimasu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. But yeah, we're working with a couple of brands in Japan, and GNC we have a contract with. I'm now talking to people in Tokyo, but I think once we get about 5 clients in Japan, then it's about time to set up a company. So once we achieve this goal, then definitely we would look into setting up a company. And I've been to Fukuoka and I like the city. So I think Fukuoka could be a good location, because from there we can go fast to when travel opens up again, to Taiwan, to Singapore, and it's a good place. So once we have these 5 companies under our belt, I think then we would definitely set up a company there.
And pretty much the getting this benchmark of 5 companies, we are very interested to collaborate with you on the business development avenues, and of course further on the technical aspects of incorporation in Japan, and basically driving business from within the company. So getting Japanese sales, Japanese tech people to spin off and grow faster. We believe we gonna get this benchmark just within a few months. So it's really the right time for us to expand further.
Thank you. I understand you're thinking to set up a company after you have the potential clients. And then, okay, the Fukuoka is just one choice for you for incorporation.
Fukuoka is the choice.
We are incorporated in Singapore. We incorporated in Singapore. We have office in Russia. Of course, in Fukuoka will be another office.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Also, when you enter the Japanese market, the Fukuoka is the only one choice.
Oh, of course. I mean, you like food there, you know. It's a very important factor. Yeah.
By the way, Koga-san from the Curate is there. Koga-san, Curate. Koga-san is not there. All right, maybe the Koga-san not there. Daniel, can you explain about the Curate and what's the possibility to collaborate with them?
Yes, yeah. So Corate is essentially a company based in Japan that helps.
Based in Fukuoka.
Based in Fukuoka. That helps businesses essentially collate a lot of their tools together. For instance, email, social media platforms, help managers, online digital workspaces, calendars, etc. So it's almost a kind of like integration platform, so to speak. So one idea that we had for matching someone with a company here in Japan is Corate, because we think that there might be some potential in integrating, both your businesses with Corate's, almost all-in-one business managing platform, and also Somin's analytical platform. What do you think of that, Alex?
I think working with partners, especially partners that are located in different countries, is one of the key expansion and growth strategies for us. We are a VC backed up startup. We have to grow very fast. We grow 5 times last year, more than 5 times this year. We're going to grow at least 3 more times. And yeah, that's definitely one of the key priorities. So we are integrating with SAP and working with them closely, with TikTok, with our US partners, which are social media and digital ads optimization platform called One World Online, and definitely we will need partners to integrate to make 1 + 1 to be equal to 3 instead of 2. That's one of our key principles. We know Curate. We have seen Curate. They are more on the organic media side. We are more on the media buying side. So that's could be some synergy for getting a joint offerings.
Okay, great. That's good to hear. So we'll thank you so much for your presentation. I think it definitely enlightened a lot of us on kind of the power that AI has on the marketing side of things. We'll be in touch with you after the event regarding kind of meeting with some people from Corate and further discussions there. But thank you very much, Alex. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we'll wait to welcome the third speaker from St. Petersburg, which is Dina from Sophie Copter.
Yeah, hello to everyone.
Hello.
I just need 1 second to share my screen and start. Do I have like 5 minutes for pitch? That's okay?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm ready. Hello to everyone. My name is Dima Bakharev. I'm the CEO of the Selfie-Copter. Selfie-Copter is a service that allows you to create and receive processed content in tourist locations using your smartphone and also post it into social network. But let's start with a little story. In 2016, the city of St. Petersburg received the award of the most visited city in Europe. It overtook cities like Berlin, Rome, Paris, and Barcelona. It total hosted more than But a few days later, while I was taking a walk after having done a photo shoot in the city center, Catherine the Great ran up to me and offering to take photos with me and tried to put head Ushanka on my head. The last straw was then the street artist put a raccoon on my shoulder and started taking photos of me. This then I knew I wanted to give people a better way to save their memories from as a tourist in my city. Back to the pitch problem. More than 2 billion tourists travel around the world every year, including people like you and me. It all came down to people like us who visit various sites, reviewing platforms, etc., and who have decided to take cool videos and photos that we can share with our social network. Now, an ordinary tourist used outdated method from 2005, and it kind of looks like this. Good quality content requires a good camera, a selfie stick, a stabilizer, or even a drone in your backpack. In order to proceed and edit your content, you need to download various applications and learn how to use them. All of this takes a huge amount of time and money. All those requirements often ruin the ability to instantly share good quality content from tourist locations. We offer tourists and locals completely new way of creating content. We are all what you need. First, you need to install our applications. Second, you wave your hand in your smartphone selfie camera. And thirdly, our service used machine learning algorithms to paste your selfie video into a ready-made template pre-filmed at these specific locations. Here's a little demo to see how it works. As I told before, all what you need is your smartphone and selfie camera from your smartphone. You need to record 15 seconds long video selfie from your smartphone, and our algorithm, machine learning algorithm, pastes you in the pre-filmed template from these specific locations. Our solution can be easily integrated in any location. Despite the pandemic, there's a positive outlook for market dynamics for 2021. With millions of worldwide tourists per year, our serviceable obtainable market is 56 million tourists. By charging them $5 to $10 per video, we can make $420 million a year after launching and scaling our product. And now here's the interesting part. I would like to tell you why I think our team can do this. Our team already has more than 3,000 hours of experience in creating video selfies and working within the market with various business models. Here you can see the roadmap of our team. After being founded in 2016, we reached our first round of pre-seed investments in 2017. With this, we created and launched our first offline service that works to these days. We made our first pivot to touchscreen kiosk in 2018, and after their success, we realized we could continue to scale our product. Now we are pivoting a second time with our partners, NVIDIA, which will help us with machine learning technology, Ingria, an incubator, and Ratoba, a Japanese association, which will help us to go to local markets. In 2 months, our team, one of the strongest in the field of mobile content creation, will release our first version of our product, which will able for both iOS and Android devices for testing. This mobile application will be better and cheaper than any competitor in the existing market. More than 3,000 tourists from all over the world and locals have already used the Selfie-Copter service. We help them live the coolest memories of visiting our attractions. Copter app is used by tourists and locals around the world. Selfie-Copter is in demand in various tourist locations, observation decks, and hotel chains, on ferries, and more. All this our free traffic. And yes, as a startup, we are looking to raise $500 to finalize our product and quickly scale is on the market. Selfie-Copter, guys, is the future of creating mobile content for social networks. Find out more by contacting me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your presentation. So as I understand, at first I saw to use your product, I saw you bring some drone and take the films. That's what we thought with, but I understand that your product, your services is at there is a certain price that for the how do I say?
Recorded.
Yeah, recorded the praise, and then you got that certain praise, then you can get the selfie. Right.
Yes, we made, I'm sorry, I want to tell one more thing. I have my partner, Igor. He's already in conference. He'll help me to to continue communicate with you. Igor, yeah, I would like to tell what we are using pre-filmed template on each specific location. For example, you could go to Eiffel Tower, record a video selfie on Eiffel Tower using your smartphone, and our algorithm will paste you to the template of Eiffel Tower. You could choose like sunset, sunrise, rain, snow, maybe maybe some historic AR bonus. Igor.
Yeah, in case of Japan, it can be like these locations like Tokyo Skytree or Asakusa, like a lot of tourists, and it's really hard to make some videos, like especially Asakusa, right? So many people there. With these templates, you can also take the whole view of the whole locations, like as a drone, but it would be a template, right? Pre-recorded template. So in case of Japan, where international tourism and local tourism is really, really growing, it would be a really nice technology, we think.
Thank you. One question I have for both of you, and I know, like Akiko said, we initially thought your product was more you kind of film people on the spot, but we realized that you're more into kind of the augmented reality technology, which is interesting. What's your kind of, at the moment, can you give a rough overview of your monetization plan? How would you kind of, what's your main revenue stream for people ordering the videos? Is it just straight up like a per video basis, or is it a subscription model, or could you give me a little bit more color on that?
We are looking to test two business models right now, and we're choosing between charging each tourist on touristic locations for like $5–10. This is the way which we were working for like last 4 years. And the second business models is work with like locations. It's kind of work on payment of location, which we we charge location and provide them leads, leads of people which they could use for retention their clients. For example, it's like some zoo, or I don't know, like restaurants maybe.
Right. So for instance, you would charge, like, say, okay, we'll take the zoo example. You would charge the zoo a fee, and you could install some locations in the zoo for their customers to use. Is that right?
Yeah, there's like two models. The first one, we charge the visitors of the zoo. And the second one, the visitors use this for free, but we take the leads, or like contact name or etc., and provide this to zoo.
Got it. Okay, interesting. Thank you. Really cool.
Thank you very much. I have another question. Let me ask you about your expectation to this meeting. You'd like to have the help to your incorporation of your company in Japan, or are you looking for partners in Japan, or do you need any help to expand your app in Japan market?
Igor, could you? We're looking to, we're looking to also incorporate our part of the company in Japan. And we're looking to go to locations. It's like go to market thing, maybe an incubator or acceleration program, which will help us to grow.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, so at first, before listening to your pitch, we are not sure what kind of the partner you're looking for. What partner should we introduce to you? But now we think that it's work for the tourism here. So maybe we can look for some partner that can be in the tourism the industry. Yeah, and some we also have like some spots in Fukuoka City as well. So maybe we can contact them, then we'll see how it works.
Okay, that sounds great.
By the way, so for example, now you are servicing only in Russia or St. Petersburg, right?
Yeah, right now we're working in St. Petersburg, and like this summer we're going to work in Moscow. But this like a small amount of markets, like there are some markets like.
Yeah, so my question, if you do the sort of trial in Fukuoka, maybe we can find the sort of the volunteer of the drone pilot. Then can we do that?
Igor?
No, because if we can, if we find the sort of drone pilot, okay, somebody can manage the drone, then take a picture from the sky. Then can you do that as a sort of a trial project?
If I understand you correctly, we work with also drone pilots, which like for example the drone pilot in Tokyo could go and film a specific location near like Tokyo Skytree, upload this to our software, and we will like open a new location for visitors for using this and monetize.
Because Fukuoka City is very active for the proof of concept. And Fukuoka is one of the most active city for the usage of drone. I think that we can also talk to the Fukuoka city government as well.
Sounds great.
By the way, everybody say that nobody understood your services before your pitch. I would say that your service is beyond imagination, but I recommend you to improve your pitch deck.
Thank you, Momo-san, for your comments. We will work on this. I will personally take care of this.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Junior. So we'll keep in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you. So now we'll like to start the Fukuoka startups. So the first speaker from Fukuoka is Tania from Gengoya. Tania?
Hi.
Hello.
So, shall I start sharing my screen now?
Yes, please.
Okay. Great. Oh, wait, sorry. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Please wait a minute. So, hi everyone. I'm going to present about Gengoya today. It's one of Dopang Kabushiki Gaisha, my company's current project. So Gengoya is a fun way. Gengoya is a fun way to learn Japanese, both online and online. We started in Indonesia with an Instagram account in 2016, and then we launched various products there. And since 2020, we are in Fukuoka to introduce Gengoya to global audience, starting from visitors and foreign residents in Japan. It is founded by Verdi, and I oversee the sales and marketing with focus in Japanese market. We have both online and offline products that complement one another. So we also collaborate with companies and nonprofits creating limited edition items, and also arrange events. So this picture shows one of Gengoya product used by a Nihongo partner in a middle school in Bandung, Indonesia. And based on our customers' review, compared to conventional textbooks, so Gengoya products are more fun, flexible, and interactive. And another key feature that Gengoya has is the illustration. It helps to grab the audience attention, and it distinguishes our products from other existing learning materials. Here are our current core products. All of these products complement one another to help our users learn Japanese vocabulary the fun way. So we mostly use Instagram account to communicate with our users. And now we're currently developing a travel app based on our book published in Indonesia several years ago. And we really hope to launch it once Corona is under control. To understand about how to play with Gengoya cards further, let's see this video together. Basically, that is one of the way to play with Gengoya cards. And another thing that you can do with cards is you can also keep your card collection online by registering the serial number written on the packaging of the card. And if you don't want to have the cards, you can also buy the e-version only too. And here's how the Gengoya card online platform looked like. And you can see all your cards collection, check all the kanji writing steps, and also listen to the example sentence. It is web-based. One of the reasons why is we don't create an app yet for this. One, we want to refine the features. And another thing, in Indonesia, many people use smartphone, but not too smart. So it doesn't have enough memory to download so many apps, especially large apps. And having a web-based program is one of the way to make sure that our products is reachable by many. So we plan to enter Japan through B2B market by asking Japanese language schools and also travel-related companies to be our resellers, and service the B2C market through online sales channels. And we do that because we know that there are many people interested in Japan, but not necessarily understand or learning the language. So those people are our main target market. For example, with travelers, they might not have the time or means to learn Japanese seriously before the trip, but many want to understand and interact more with the locals when they are on trip. So they can use Gengoya cards to learn and have fun at the same time. With price starting from around 500 Japanese yen, it can also be a unique, affordable souvenir from their trip to Japan. In summary, Gengoya key features are fun community learning, focus on language and design, the interest-based vocabulary, and that we are omni-channel. So we bridge online and offline platform seamlessly compared to just focusing on the offline or the online channel. So that's all from me today. Thank you so much for your attention. And if you have further inquiries, just check gengoya.club, or you can also email me at hello@dopang.co. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tanya. So, Elena, do you have questions?
Of course. Thank you so much for your presentation. It was really cool and interesting. So far, when we were looking just at the written presentation, it was not so so involving as when you are pitching it live. So quite a lot of questions. I'm really sorry for this, but I hope I will get my answers. So have you measured the market size and maybe thinking about different kind of languages, not just Japanese, but the closest probably would be Chinese, and Indonesian sounds interesting, but it's a completely different language. So what plans do you have?
So for now, we plan to focus on the Japanese language, but we do want to translate this product to many other language. Because as we see here, and data we got from the Japanese government data, more than this is Japan Foundation data actually. So more than 3.6 million people in 137 countries and regions study Japanese. So it's also it's already a huge market to begin with. And then on top of that, the travelers, like Japan is one of the most favorite destination for people around the world. It increased like up until 2019, but unfortunately COVID happened. But I kind of like believe that once we can travel again, Japan will be one of the favorite travel destination for people around the world. So I'm like being very patient until the travel plan is back again, until borders are open again. But yeah, so we definitely want to expand to other countries as well and translate it to other language.
Mm-hmm. But what about animal lovers? Have you thought about this category of people probably interested in Japanese? Because here in Russia, for example, it was absolutely crazy when anime started to get into Russia, and almost everyone would be watching it and trying to learn some basics of Japanese. And
really,
this is
really cool.
Yes, this was a really huge story, and it's youngest audience, which is quite easier learning different languages, and they were studying it with their own efforts without going to any schools, etc. So they would just be doing this on their own. So this is one of the categories that you can consider about, when doing business, for example, in Russia. And Russian language is also quite complicated. So if you would be thinking about taking this language as your next product, you would first have some really huge support, especially from Russian government, because we have this national program which supports Russian language abroad, and there we can try to find some funding. We also have some associations which get money from the government, and they also can support such kind of products. When we speak about teaching Russian abroad, and here quite a lot of ideas how you can proceed to Russia if you're interested to. And this is one of my next questions. Are you really interested in Russia?
Well, and like for me personally, I've never been to Russia, but I love traveling, and Russia is definitely on the next list of my destination, because actually one of my best friends when I went to the MBA school is he is Georgian, but he used to live in Moscow for long. So it's definitely like one of my next wish list destination.
Dear Mumu-san, please take Tanya to Russia next time when you come visit us. I really think that she has quite a product which can be really interesting for Russian market, and especially when you talk about moving Russian language abroad. And I know for sure that Mumu-san already has been studying some Russian language, so he can be your audience also.
Yeah. Хорошо?
Pretty cool.
Hello, my name is Oksana. I'm also representing Technopark of St. Petersburg. I actually have like a small question. So what age audience are you targeting? Is it applicable like that kit for all the ages?
For up until now, we target like all ages, but there are, since we are theme based, so not every theme might be suitable for kids. And when that's the case, we usually put a label that this might not be suitable for children. For example, one of our series is a Nihongo slang, so slang language. And some like includes like, you know, like a kissing image or like some things like that. And we just put a label that this might not be suitable for kids, but if they still want to buy it, then like there's nothing we can do about it, right?
Oh, I really like your project. You know, actually, in Russia, there are a lot of interest in Japanese, and there's like a lot of language schools that teach Japanese. And also in Moscow, there's like a government Japanese embassy. I think that they might be interested in maybe a partnership with you. So thank you. I think that me and Elena will give you a feedback and maybe some proposals. Thank you for your presentation.
Thanks for presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I would like to welcome the second speaker from Fukuoka. The next system. So is Fujita-san here? Okay, so at first Daniel will give the presentation of next system, then we'll for the Q&A session. So Daniel, would you start the presentation?
Yes, yeah. So I will be giving the next system presentation on behalf of Fujita-san, who is in the call at the moment.
Let me share.
Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, so yeah, today I'm going to talk a little bit about Next Systems and their technology that they have. Move to the next slide. So Next System essentially is a AI and motion capture technology company. They do various products such as motion control systems, virtual reality systems, AI systems, and they have a big emphasis on connecting their technology with smartphone applications and various software applications in industry as well as consumer use. Now today I'm mainly going to be discussing their Vision Pose product, which is essentially a high accuracy webcam-based motion or AI skeletal tracking system. So if you go to the next slide, there's a quick video that I just want to talk over and that shows and displays the potential of Next Systems. So the product is, you can look at it in 2D and 3D dimensions, and you can kind of see some examples of how the Vision Pose motion capture works. You can use it to be used in fitness and healthcare, and the dots on the screen are the various data points that are included in the motion capture software that one could see. And there are numerous applications for this software and this technology in a multitude of industries. So that is the Vision Pose summary. So like I mentioned, it's essentially real-time 3D position tracking that has industry-leading number of data points. And on the right-hand side of your screen, you can see the various data points that the Vision Pose system can detect. For instance, someone's head, their eyes, their shoulders, their wrists, their torso, legs, etc. And the benefit of Vision Pose versus some other types of products and motion tracking products to the market is they can, estimate 3D positions, like I mentioned. Due to the AI technology and potential of Next Systems, is they've included this in their Vision Post product. So the motion tracking system can eventually kind of predict movements and learn movements of people and to make it more accurate. On the back of that, it creates teaching data. And the number of data points, like I mentioned, is 30, which is quite a large number, but also small enough for various companies to understand it's accessible for all. We go to the next slide, Tabashi-san. So like I said, there's various fields of applications for it. So in sports, medical rehab, manufacturing, etc. And the Vision Pose system the benefit of it is that it gives time series data. So instead of sending you giving the software information in one freeze frame, like if someone's lying down, it'll be able, using its AI capabilities, to detect what's actually happened through a series of motions, which is a real potential in a system like this. So for example, you could collect data on the motion and the form of an athlete in various sports, how the motion goes, whether it's correct or not, improving and creating enhancements. You can also use it in nursing and rehabilitation, in orthopedic rehabilitation, in skeletal patient recovery, and the like. We can use it in human movement in various consumer settings, whether it's managing customer traffic in a supermarket or even in security for detecting security breaches in various areas. And finally, in factories or production lines, the Vision Post system can be used to inspect the movement of workers and to create greater efficiency in a production line and enhance risk management. So that was just a couple of various applications for it. And the great advantage of Vision Post is they've also made it applicable to many different software, hardware systems, whether it's mobile devices, PC devices, cloud services, but also it's able to be integrated in various computer devices like NVIDIA Jetson or Xavier the Nano. Currently, the sales for Vision Pose is they've sold 238 units, and the majority of those inquiries have come from production industries, research industries, and also sports firms. And in terms of the applications, it's a lot to do with behavior analysis of consumers and of people, and then the motion capture and posture analysis for health and sports rehabilitation. So that is a quick summary of Next Systems and their Vision Post product. And Technopark, if you have any questions, feel free to fire away.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much for presentation. So as you described, I see that the product can be used in various areas of business, but what industry is your priority client?
藤田さん、今質問をいただいたんですけれども、ビジョンポーズ、どういった業界で主に使われていることが多いのかという質問なんですが、いかがでしょうか。
はい、さっきの円グラフあったと思うんですけど、今日本国内で、スポーツの運動解析、医療リハビリ分野で歩行解析、工場内でのその作業解析、あとエンターテインメント分野で、簡易モーションキャプチャーとして使われてて、比率的には大体同じぐらいです。どこが突出してるっていうのは現状あまりありません。
わかりました。ありがとうございます。I will translate his Japanese into English. As you can see, the industries are mainly sports and research and entertainment and rehabilitation. These are the main areas.
Okay, I know that in Russia it's like a huge development of such technology in the agriculture sector. We actually have like a project in Technopark that doing the quite similar project for tracking like cattle behavior. So we might show like this presentation to them, and they will give you a feedback, and maybe like you can even do like the joint collaboration or something like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. 藤田さん。
はい。
ロシアの方で、いくつか思い当たるここにアクセスしたらいいんじゃないかっていうところがあったので、そこにコンタクトしてみるっていうふうに言ってくれてます。
ありがとうございます。Thank you.
特にその農業分野のそのピッキングに対して、今回のそのビジョンポーズ使えるんじゃないかっていうふうに言ってるので、紹介できたらなということを言っております。
ありがとうございます。日本で農業分野はないんですけど、畜産分野、牛とかの骨格を検出して、そこから、動きを判断し、病気の早期発見につなげるという、研究開発を今やっております。
わかりました。ありがとうございます。So from Fujita-san's explanation, agriculture can be applicable, and it's also applicable for the farming, for capturing the cow, the animal, and they can analyze it with vision pulse.
Yeah, I got it. That's very good. It's exactly what I meant. So we will give you feedback after all this. And I think Elena have another question also.
Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. It was quite interesting, and the potential is very huge, extremely huge, I would say. So as we can see, you have quite a lot of fields to work on. But what about your team? Do you have a huge team which can proceed everything, each field, and do you have I'm quite sure that you have some strategy for development. Could you please share it also with us?
So you mean how do you expand the business?
No, the staffing.
The staffing question.
There is two questions. One is a staffing question, and second one is about business development. Which region are you working at the moment? What are your future plans? How you plan to develop, and so on.
I see. Thank you very much. 藤田さん、今そのネクストシステムさんの方で、どのぐらいスタッフがいるのかっていうところと、これから、将来に向けてどのようにビジネスを展開していくのかっていったところを説明していただけますでしょうか。
はい。社員数は55名です。
The number of staff is 55.
はい。で、ビジョンポーズ関係の AI 系開発をやってるのがそのうち20名。
Vision Pulse development team, it includes about 22 working staff.
で、今後の展開ですけれども、まず日本国内でのニーズが非常に高いんで、まずは国内優先でビジネスを展開し、で、その後に海外の展開っていうのを考えてます。で、海外の展開が遅れる理由っていうのは、社内に英語ができるスタッフがいないからっていうのが最大の理由です。
わかりました。ありがとうございます。I will translate his explanation into English. Now they are focusing on the domestic market in Japan, but after developing it, once they get the English staff or Russian staff, they will expand their business into foreign markets.
Thank you for your reply. Akiko, you wanted to say something? Oh, I just saw your movements as if you were trying to say something. No. Okay. So yes, we will be helping with development of the project in Russia. When you decide to enter Russia, we have some quite interesting projects here, and Oksana already mentioned that possible field of development is agritech. But also we have quite a high demand for sport tech at the moment. So we already were previously talking with Fukuoka team that we have some projects which we can connect. We also have now some more contacts in medical technologies area. So if these are the fields that you would like to proceed with, we can try to support you in Russia and share the contacts and introduce you to different kind of experts, mentors, and projects if you are interested. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me translate your English into Japanese to 藤田さん。藤田さん、エレナ、ロシアの方で、その農業だけではなくて、例えばそのスポーツであるとか、リハビリであるとか、他にも紹介したい分野があると言っているので、そちらにコンタクトして、またGSC 含めてまた連絡させていただければと思います。
Thank you.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
Okay, so we have the final speaker, Richard from Smarty. Are you here?
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm Richard, and I'm from China, currently living in Fukuoka. So just if you wait for a second, I will share my PPT. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So my company is called Smarty Corporation. I'm the vice president of this company. I'm in charge of the software development. So we see this problem in so-called smart products that they are not that smart. At least they require smart people to make them working. You know, if you buy a smart lamp, smart audio set, kind of like that, you have to use your cell phone, open your Bluetooth to pair and enter your Wi-Fi password like that. It's so complicated. So normally I see that most these products are used by these we call geeks. Normal people will have a very hard time using these kind of products. So what we can do is we have developed an SoC chip. We solved the problem with the communication. We use data over sound technology. We encrypt commands into audio waves, sound waves. So our chip can understand, we can decrypt that command and translate into the commands to the products. And also in this chip, we have our algorithms with speech recognition, speaker recognition, and acoustic location that will solve the problems with what the people are saying to the product and who is speaking to the product and where is that person. So basically we have this chip built in with the products. We can solve these kind of problems. But we already built some demonstrations. So people can just open the application, then press the buttons. You can control the products, or you can just speak to the products. There's no need to connect to Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, things like that. But this is not limited to that, because our technology can be used with the existing smart products. If you have products that already have the cloud-based functions, you can just add one more chip to have incorporate with our technology, that your product can be used without any internet connection or any like a Bluetooth connection. So so we also have we also provide services for these kind of companies that what kind of softwares or hardwares they can design and to implement this this idea. And also we provide solutions for project specific needs. And also if the clients don't have any kind of ideas, they just want to build something, we can consult with them, and also they can outsourcing the project to us. We can build the software and also the hardware totally together for them. And currently we are cooperating with another company here in Japan. It's a public listed company. We're building a smartwatch. They're using our technology. We can, you know, maybe in the future, near future, we can say more thing about this product, but we are excited to working with them. And this is the brief introduction of our company and our service and products. Thank you.
Thank you for presentation, Richard. So Elena, Oksana, do you have any questions?
Of course. How can we come without questions? So thank you, Richard, for your presentation. It's quite interesting, and it actually raises questions. For example, when I was listening to it, I was not sure whether your project is already developed and you're at some later stage, or it's just in the beginning. Could you please comment which stage are you at the moment?
Okay, I see. Currently, we have our SoC chip. It's already developed. We developed this chip back in China. We have another partner who is in charge of the hardware development. And we already built this product for many years, many years ago back in China, and we have clients from different kind of industries using our chip. For example, in the past years, this was used in lots of toys. It's just for fun, but later the home appliance, smart home appliance products are booming back in China. They found that this technology is really good for using in that area. So we decided to expand this into Japanese market. So we came here. So the SoC chip and the software is ready, but we're kind of like doing business with other businesses. We don't have our you know products like lamps and like that. We just build these demos to show that our technology can be used in those kind of products. We wish to cooperate with other companies who build these kind of products to use our technology.
Thank you for such detailed reply. So if I understood it right, you have some chip that you put into smart products and then it works. So you don't work with some separate companies. So this information was missing from the presentation, and probably you should include it for your future use, because it was quite not so visible that you work with your own developed chip, and it looked like you just take any smart product, and it works with your app. So I was a bit confused, but now everything got cleared up. So who is your target audience? How you possess your product, and how you sell it to whom?
As I just mentioned in the past, our main clients are the toy companies, but later we cooperate with the companies who build smart home appliances. And also back in China, we have automobile companies who used our technology in their cars. They're one of their models for speech recognition.
So it's only B2B story and no separate customers, just companies.
Yeah. Our clients are mainly different kind of companies.
Okay, so what plans do you have for Russia at the moment? Do you have any?
Plans for what? Sorry?
For Russia or
Russia.
foreign markets, yeah.
We haven't thought about it yet, but we wish to have our products expand to more countries and more markets, different kind of markets, because we look for we depend on the other companies. Our revenue depends on other companies. We have to have more chance to talk with them, and I wish they have their ideas or their designs that can use our technology. We really look forward to have more chance to talk to new countries and new areas.
Yes, but your main partner is of course China, because if you look at this smart market, most products I would think it's produced in China. So Russia is potentially can be interested in the ready product, but this part we have to think about how we can make it interesting to Russian companies also. So this is more like a task to us with Oksana to check what kind of companies work with, well, not work with, but develop smart products in Russia, not in China, and to have a look into this area. So this is not something that we can clear up at the moment, but we will check and we'll give our feedback to Fukuoka.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Oksana, do you have any questions left?
No, I think I'm all right. Thank you for your presentation, Richard.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation, Richard. And now we are done with our program today. So thank you so much for participation. And Elena, Oksana, thank you so much for your participation. And we'll send you the questionnaire later. So I'll direct you to give us the feedback so that we can improve our online event. We'll have more online events this year. So please answer our questionnaire. So Yoshi, would you close the event?
Okay, hi, I'm Yoshi. Okay, thank you for hi, everyone. Thank you for participation in this event. So I have the two messages, and so one is we will have another online event in the future. So hope everyone participate the next event as well. And second is about so we will conduct questionnaires of the collecting about feedback of the online event. So please cooperate this questionnaires. Yes. So thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much.